Good afternoon, everybody. Just wanted to follow up to the Facebook Live we did this morning talking about the warning the City of Dublin issued after there were some coyote spottings near a park here. I'm here with Barbara Ray. Introduce yourself a little bit and tell us who you are.
I am the Nature Education Coordinator for the City of Dublin. So I respond to all of our wildlife management concerns, and we come up with plans on how to deal with everything from beavers chewing down some trees to deer and coyotes.
And now the hot topic right now are the coyotes, but there are some ways to keep your dog safe, and it's pretty simple because the coyotes really aren't out to get your animals, right?
That's correct. Our coyotes in this particular park at Darry Fields, we wouldn't have even known about them, but we do have quite a bit of off-leash dog traffic in our soccer field that's to the north. So the coyotes, who are probably about 4 weeks pregnant now, are super protective of their den area. So dogs that kind of wander into that tree line or into that field are now seen as an intruder. And the way a coyote tells an intruder to get out is they hiss, they growl, and they actually might run up and nip a rump or an ear. In this case, it was the dog's ear. So if we can keep our dogs on leash and then also avoid areas where we know we've seen coyote regularly, because that might be a routine hunting territory or denning territory, we really won't have any conflicts with them.
And do we want to clear up some misconceptions as well? Some people had said that the dog in question maybe was bit while at the dog park. That's not true. That's actually the safest place for the dogs, right?
Right. Our dog park is fenced, and the coyotes don't typically like to go inside a fenced area like that. They see it sort of as some kind of trap or entrapment. But really, even the woods and the other fields at Darry Park is really not as much of an issue as this area to the north of the park where these coyotes are actually living.
Now, we saw some photos of some of the coyotes possibly in some neighborhood areas. Not too out of the ordinary, especially if your neighborhood is wooded around the dawn and the dusk times. Now, what should people do if they do spot a coyote and they may be concerned not only for their animals but potentially their kids who are walking to school?
Right, so one of the coyotes that got a little close to a bus stop was actually feeding on a deer that had died near the bus stop. So the coyote wasn't concerned or interested in the people. And of course, we picked those practices so that the deer are not laying there attracting coyote that close to people. But folks can be safe around their homes by making sure to go outside with a dog after dusk, turning lights on, making noise. And if you have some known coyote activity back and forth through that particular area, let your neighbors know. And definitely don't leave small children unsupervised either, because small children make noises and movements like small animals, and so they might attract a coyote trying to defend an area. But they're not interested in hunting us or really even hunting our pets, but they will defend their territories.
Certainly. There's just some really good tips. So just to reiterate, we want to make sure we keep our dogs on leash. Stay away from areas where there have been known denning spots where these pregnant coyotes are, and then just be careful with small dogs and small children around the dawn and the dusk areas.
Right. I really recommend that folks visit our website and review the wildlife encounter video especially with their children. It's sort of like a fire drill, right? To get kids to respond properly in a dangerous fire situation, they need to know how to react. So that video will show kids how to respond to a wild animal that's too close or appears to be a little off in its behavior. And all children should know this response, which is waving and making noise, shouting at the animal, backing up, finding a tree or someplace to hide, and then letting an adult know about it. Deer in the spring are going to be a little bit more of a problem than the coyote, because deer will also defend against a dog, only they have sharp hooves and they like to rear and kind of pound the intruder. So we want people to be safe with their dogs around all wildlife, and spring baby season is when wild animals are wanting to defend their nests and their babies.
Great. And so we actually linked to that article on our Facebook page, and I will post a link in the description of this video as well. I'm going to be interviewing Barbara for our story that's going to come up the complete story that we'll be doing for later today. I want you to leave your comments down below if any questions that you have for Barbara or any other concerns, and I'll be sure to ask those for her, for you guys. Thank you so much, Barbara. And
thank you for the opportunity to help people understand these animals are pretty much a normal part of our environment, and we can coexist with them.
Absolutely. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and again, leave your comments down below. Thanks so much. Bye.